It is the Hit Selector brought to you by Fanta. Welcome to the show. My name is Crystal. And as always, I'm here with you for the next couple of hours. I will be playing you what it is you want to listen to. It's your number one request show. And of course, I will be hosting someone very soon on Celeb Select. Someone that, how can I put this? You kind of love to hate a TV star. Someone who is absolutely awesome here with me right now, who is really famous. Welcome to the show. That is Sarah Kisauzi. Okay, so I would just like to take you back because we'd like to know where it all started for you, where you grew up, where you went to school.
I'm a daughter to the late engineer Washington Sentongo Kisauzi. Whoa, I'm ordering on my husband's name. Sentongo. And Nalongo Esther Nakibule. They all passed on last year. Babera Boyugerere near Kampala. So okay. I was raised, I'm a Bonnie, what do you call them? City born.
You're city girl. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't have the character of those really city born, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I grew up in a humble family and full of humility. And we are 13 siblings.
13?
Yeah, my mother was tough.
She was a serious woman.
Yeah. And I'm married to Dr. Kisauzi, Kola Kisauzi, blessed with 3 children.
Okay.
We have 3 grandchildren. It's amazing. Life is good.
Life is good.
Wait,
Now, we're always talking about how important it is to count your blessings. And I'm so happy that you're sharing that. Your children are grown, and then you have 3 grandkids. You have a successful career. But one of the things I've been learning about you is you're almost like a jack of all trades. You've been doing so many different things.
That's
right. Let's just first, before we get to that, where did you go to school, for example?
I went to Gayaza High School. These days they call it junior school, but as far as I remember, my badge had on GHS. Get me? So from there, I joined Ndeje Senior Secondary School. From there, I went to Mulago Nursing Training School. I was there a bit, and then I went for Secretarial College in Valley Secretarial College in Nairobi. Did my course, finished it. But when I got here, I came back to work. Then I started a family. It was hard. Just being in the room and you've left the kids behind. It was so tough. Others do it, but I couldn't. And I don't do something which I can't manage.
Okay.
So I gave up, but I knew I had a talent of sewing because my mother used to make dresses.
Okay.
So I started sewing on my own by God and grace, but I made it. Then, being what I am, if I'm doing something, I want to do it well.
Yes.
So I decided to go. We moved to Dublin in Ireland. That's where I got married to my dear husband.
Okay.
So that's then I had to do the dress designing the proper way.
Okay, so you went to like school then?
Yeah, I did. I went to Grafton Academy for dress designing, and I completed, came back, and we've been moving from Nairobi because my husband is right now he's an international consultant in agricultural institutional development.
Okay. All right.
I'm making an ad for him. He's a good one.
Okay. I mean, you've traveled the world.
Yeah, and from there, that's where I met you. But you are very young. From Kenya, we moved to Zambia. Still, we went there as Irish, under the Irish aid, but where he was still lecturing. So this dress designing helped me to be at home, to be available at any time, to look after my family.
Okay.
Yes.
That's important. I mean, like you said, it's very difficult.
I had to give up. I had to sacrifice that. The office job just to keep my kids.
But it was worth it.
It was. I don't regret.
It's very difficult for women now. Very
Yeah.
many women, you have to stay away from your children. They're a young baby. You have to go back to work. So if you're blessed with a job that you can actually do at home, well, then that's a great thing. So is that where your passion has always, like when you were younger, did you know you wanted to do fashion and dress design?
Yeah, I think so, because I really like to be dressed so well. I don't know, because
You are a very stylish lady.
Seriously,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. My mother used to say, just compare me to my siblings, that I couldn't have a dress for Sunday. Any time for me, I feel like good, I just put on my dress.
Sunday best.
Sunday best for any time.
Okay.
So that was me.
All right. So every country you went to, you were sewing at home.
Yes.
Did you start sewing like for the community? Did you set up a shop eventually?
No, like in Zambia, we're treated like diplomats and we're not supposed to work. So I was doing it in my house for the fellow diplomats. Getting my money in, yes.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You're adding to the family, keeping
Yeah,
busy,
yeah.
looking
Even
after
just
your
knowing
kids.
that you are also, just to stimulate my brain. Yes, I had to do something.
So in terms of dress design, I mean, you were talking, I love what you're wearing today.
Thank you.
Are you still making your own clothes now?
Yes. Like I have a cottage industry. Another advertisement. Don't charge me. I have a cottage industry, fully equipped at home. And since we started the deception drama thing, I couldn't pay a lot of attention to my designing. So I had to keep it, give it a break. But now I'm going back.
Okay.
Thing.
All right.
And people are excited who know my touch.
Ooh.
Because if I believe anything to be done well has going to be done. Anything worth doing should be done well.
Thank you for saying that, because I think the attitude for many people is always like, that will do. It's okay. It can pass. And that is a school of thought that, you don't see so much in younger people these days. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I do. I do. And like at Crystal, to be honest, when you hit the 6-0, I'll call it that. You hit the 6-0, you get me, I'm saying it with a swagger. The years.
Yes.
You kind of turn into a teacher. I'm a mother. I mean, I've seen so many young ones who are not privileged like my kids, whom I've been able to be there for them. So I try to show them how, at least to guide them. It's that feeling of motherly, but I see many go off track, and I try
To bring them back.
Okay. Those who agree, I inspire them, and they take on whatever I tell them.
All right. Well, when I asked you about the music that you like, you mentioned Whitney Houston as one of the artists. Is there something about Whitney Houston that stood out for you?
It's only that song, that very song, and I like her style. She was, I don't know that they how to explain it, but there's one hit she did, and I don't even know all the words, but there are just few lines which I took, and they really made me jump up and say, okay.
This
lifted me up.
Okay.
And I said, do it your way.
Well, here's the song that Whitney Houston did for all of us as women.
Yeah.
I'm Every Woman. Chatting with me today on Celeb Select, I'm very excited to have Mrs. Sarah Kisauzi of the popular series Deception, the mom-in-law that most women do. How did you find that character in you? That's a question I'm sure so many people want to know.
Yeah, it's amazing. I really don't know how it happens because let me tell you, frankly, I am the opposite, total opposite. My worst fear is confrontation. I can't. I've never quarreled in my life, my entire life. I don't know how to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something. Seriously, I don't know. Ask anybody.
So that's like a dormant skill that has just been
Maybe
hiding.
I have a feeling that we all have the evil and the right one. It depends on which one you use. But I'm so different, and I'm amazed. I don't even know when people say you do it well. I don't even know how I do it.
Because, you know,
I just get into that character and take it. I own that person, and just do what I've been told. And maybe I'd leave a little bit if I'm stuck with words, but I don't know how I do it.
that's amazing because, I mean, I've met you and you're warm and you're sweet and you're kind and you're always smiling.
That's my
And then
my
someone
thing.
watches you and, of course, everyone was like, oh, my God, this
I
woman,
know.
this woman. So tell me, before your role in Deception, you had acting experience.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. What had you done before?
I used to act just long time ago when I was still in the nursing school, just to distract, not to be distracted, like those days, teenage style, you move in the mobs, and I decided to join where humor was, so I went for acting.
Okay.
So we started from the radio, would act, bang doors, which just make it feel like we are really acting. And after that, I don't know, somehow I was just handpicked, and we started on the theater itself, on stage, just to pull the crowds. You remember? I mean, make a flashback that time.
It's not as big as it is now.
No. I mean, they would go for girls who would pull the crowd.
I hear what
Because
you're
I
saying.
don't think I was really acting. We were just there.
Okay.
But acting anyway. Now, that helped me a lot, just to be focused.
Okay.
And then have fun still. From there, I stopped.
Okay.
But like when I mentioned the 6-0, I said, okay, now this is time to give back. Now, which area should I join? Then I happened to be in an audience when there was this Rafiki theater. It's a theater for the oppressed. They were acting, and it was under the East African Institute of Governance and Conflict Management, NGO. So these fellows were acting, and I saw in the audience people would cry, and I was so moved, whatever they were doing. I mean, it was just kind of sensitizing people about the domestic violence. Now they were acting violence. It's different, like the physical, the emotional. But then it occurred to me that people were so much, what should I call it? Like, you pity the one who is beaten. But then the emotional part wasn't felt much.
Okay.
And I said, this is the part I should work on, because many people are sitting on that and they suffer alone. Nobody comes, nobody you can explain to that, it's so much. That's why maybe Nalweyiso became something, because I'm putting out what is there.
What is real?
And people don't talk about it. I don't know why.
Okay, so
Yes.
how did you
So
end up?
somehow they just invited me to NTV. I was acting with Maria Mundagire then. She trained me through her school. I thought I wanted to do, like I told you, if I'm to do something, I want to do it right. So I joined her school. We were the pioneers. From there, I started acting with her in different films of hers, and I even tried theater, still this time in a proper way, with the Ebonies.
Okay.
And that one was a bit strenuous. I said, no, that's not for me.
Okay.
I have to be there all the time. No. Then what happened? Somehow they invited me. I never invited. I mean, I didn't know, but they invited me. Maybe God knew that. Okay, let me pass through this one. She will portray the character well.
Or maybe someone
'Cause
saw
I'm
you and they're
teaching
like,
somewhere.
this lady is very talented.
I don't know, but that's how I
So
found
that's
myself.
how you found your character.
Yes, I
Okay.
went for the auditioning, and I did it. Finally, actually, before the results came out, the lady who was in charge of, recruiting, just told me, I would like you to act as mother-in-law. I said, wow. That's how I started.
Wow.
But whatever is given to me is what I act. I told you, apart from ad-libbing, but we've been blessed with a very good director, Mr. George Chihumba from Kenya. I think he has really made us do it the way different from others.
Yes, that is true. I mean, the personalities and the characters are very strong.
Because we are not all trained. No. I mean, it's only Namuli, the house girls are the ones who have been to Makerere in MDD. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier on that you first went to nursing school.
Yes.
Then you did secretarial studies and you graduated in that. Then you started doing dressmaking. So,
I never stick to something until if I feel it's not working for me, I quit. I mean, I was a nurse, but there's no way I would be there, looking at negative, the thing there is not in me. I'm kind, okay, but I would sup their budwadi. You get what I mean?
Okay.
I would be sick myself.
Okay. Well, it's important to know as a person what you're good at, what you're not good at, and what you're meant for. I think many people find it hard to let go of something if it's not working.
But I was also again blessed by my parents because they were able. I would say, now I want to do this, and they would take me there. So,
okay.
I mean, being the firstborn, I had all the cream.
That's a good thing about being the first child. They're like, let's try this. Okay, we try this. Okay, we try that. But
until
also,
I landed.
As a firstborn, I mean, of 13, that means you also, I'm sure you were looking after your siblings as well.
Yes,
so
in
much.
a way. Of course, not being bossy or something to them, but I always like to guide them through what I feel is good. Or wherever I make a mistake, I wouldn't like them to fall in the same pit.
Okay.
So I'll be with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We are all bonded too well.
Okay. All right. So I am going to now ask you for your second song. You mentioned this one is for your husband.
Yes.
For your sweetheart. Lean on Me from Rema. Why this song though?
No, there are times when I have to reassure him. But through that song, I felt it. Reassuring him that anytime I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there for him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So here it is, Lean on Me, Rema.
Lean on me, lean on me. I'll never ever let you down. Cruise, control me.
You're tuned into 88.2 Sanyu FM, today's best music, no other way to put it. And with me today on Celeb Select, I am chatting with Mrs. Sarah Kisauzi of the Deception series. Now, just before we came back, you were talking about how I was asking you how it is you're so full of energy and so full of life and you look so good. And you said you don't hold anything bad in your heart.
Yeah, I try to clean my heart inside there. I want the inside to be the same outside.
How do you do that though? Some
it's
people
easy.
hold on to things.
It's I mean, you injure yourself, self-conflict, inflicting. It's not good. You don't have to hold on that anger. I don't. It stays for a while, but then I say, what? What for? And I never show. Actually, I'm shy to show my anger. Ask my husband. He can never see me angry. Never.
Considering your character.
I just turn away, maybe go to another room or go away, but come back happy. Yes.
So you're one of those people, you're always happy.
Always happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's a decision that you can make. Like you said, you don't hold anything in your heart because personally, I've always felt that, when you're angry at someone
Yes.
and you keep it, they're living their life.
I know.
They're happy, doing
I
whatever they
know.
want. And you're
But
the one.
each time you get to see them, your heart thumps. You know why? So I don't do it. I
Okay.
put on my smile, and the smile washes away every evil in me.
Have you heard that? That's a tip, serious tip
Yeah.
for you. Let things go.
Go.
Now, you've done so many different things. You were a nurse, then you did secretarial studies. You started making dresses, designs out of your home and supplying the community. You've traveled with your husband. You mentioned Zambia, you
Zambia,
mentioned
and,
Ireland.
and
did you
Kenya.
go and Kenya as well? Okay, so you spent a lot of time in those countries.
Yeah, moving. Then it was easy for me. I mean, being around for my family. I just decided to do that. Yeah. And
When
it
did you
really
finally
works.
come back to Uganda, like to settle here?
To settle? It's like 15 years ago.
About 15.
I have a block on that figure.
Did you find it easy to adapt back?
It wasn't that easy, and I've talked to different people who stay out and try to come back here. It's not easy. When you are out there trying, come for visits, many people swarm, they come, hey, welcome, you see how we live and whatever. But once you come, land for good, they run away.
Oh.
So you know what I did? I always find my way out. I mold myself in a way which suits me. I just went to these grassroots ladies. They call them grassroots. I don't know why. Because I just said, let me go and join in a group. I belong to Mviwoda, Ntulume Village Women Development Organization. These are women who are just, we encourage each other, like that. And it started through Mayumba Kumi long time ago.
Okay.
Ours has remained. It is working, and we even have a bank.
Ooh.
We have our best mentor, Sisenyara. We are based in Bakuli.
Okay.
And a membership of about 4,000, even more than that.
So you all support each other?
Yes, we get funds from Global Fund, and we help other people. We have entrepreneurial school, like for ladies, the grassroots, whom they call grassroots. But I joined them to get new friends, and I started off.
So you found it difficult when you came back to make friends?
Yeah, I'm easy to get with people, but somehow they tend to not to be with you. They are busy. I don't know. But I joined that.
Okay.
I went to all groups of ladies.
Okay. Well, I think that's
and
very
it suited
important.
me well. I joined and was happy.
Okay, so
We shared.
your kids are all grown now?
They are grown. One of them is doing jewelry, which complements my dresses.
Oh.
Okay.
So she got your creative side.
She is really creative. That one is Jocelyn Wama, Mrs. And the other one, my baby, is now married to Kaziwe Joseph,
Okay.
son-in-law, whom I treat so well. They don't
You're
don't
not the
get
mom-in-law from deception.
Not at all. And even my son, please don't get worried. Whoever comes, I'll hold them different, of course.
So he hasn't yet gone down
No.
that road.
We are still with him, and he's also doing art.
Okay.
He's going to be making craft on T-shirts
Oh, okay.
with all the heads put together in that house. Wonders. You
Sounds
wait.
like there's a lot of creativity in your family.
Yes,
So let me just
and that is Patrick Kabajo.
Okay.
Those who know him.
Well, let me just take you back to the series Deception. Or maybe you should tell us, because you mentioned something about music, that you've also worked a little bit in music.
No. Crystal, what I was telling you was that to show you that you can do anything you want. This music, I'm not into it.
Okay.
There's a
You
time
just tried
when
again.
my daughter was getting married, and then I said, okay, let me make a surprise. Even my husband wasn't aware of it.
Okay.
So I composed the song, and I went into the studio and recorded it. Then I brought it to him. He listened, and he said, and these were 2 days left. said, go and make 500 copies, CDs, that the one which I've given you. So that was just trying out my singing, which I call crocking. That wasn't singing, crocking, but people were so surprised, and they were happy, and they took the CDs.
Okay.
So instantly, I became a singer.
Like that.
Yes.
I like that. You know, most people, I think, are too afraid to try to do something new, and you seem to just have this courage, this strength to just, why not?
No, it's only being yourself. Just be true to yourself. That's all. Everything explodes out. I mean, just let it out.
Are you afraid of, but I think this is late to ask this question, but did you ever have the fear of failure? That, what if I'm not good at this? What if I'm not good at that?
No, I try. I try. I mean, I know we are not perfect. I mean, I just do it. I've never failed. I've never feared failure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just bring you back to Deception.
Okay.
And you said you just auditioned and that character came out.
When they gave me, I didn't know that they were giving me the meanest
Role.
mother-in-law. I didn't know. And each time I go through the script, I say, director, is this? Yes, they say, yeah, you have to do it. And she's been guiding me through with the producer, everybody around me. We've been helping each other so well. Yeah, like if they find that your emotions haven't come out well, still you talk to and we take it in a good spirit.
Okay.
So we're such a big team.
Okay.
I really love my kids because they call me mama.
It's another family for you. It's another family. And I think watching the show, we actually feel that. I like that you said that, you know, people will tell you if you're not doing well, if you're doing well, because you have to be open to criticism.
Yeah,
to
because
get
it's our
better.
thing, and we wanted it to be the thing. And it's good. Our fans, we can't thank you enough.
Well,
So
let's
much.
just say thank you for just being absolutely fabulous. Absolutely
you.
fabulous. And thank you so much for coming on Celeb
Oh,
Select.
I'm so thrilled to be here. Crystal, thank you so much.
Thank you.
At least for who am I? You know, I take one thing in the biggest thing which governs me, humility.
Yes.
That's me.
That's so important.
It
It's so
has
important.
guided me. It has guided my kids. Humility.
Humility.
So I feel so honored to be on your show.
Well, it's a lovely having you. And you talked about, you know, that humility is the one thing that has guided you in life. And you've lived very many years.
Yes.
We want to see you live very many more. And continue
healthy,
to enjoy.
healthy.
Of course, healthy. So what is your advice, your parting words for people who are on this journey in life, trying to find their way, you know, where they fit? What do you advise?
Not to mourn. I mean, this is the last. Once you hit the 6-0, that's 6-0 years. I cover it. I wrap it. I wrap it well
6-0.
because it is so precious. The golden years. Please enjoy. You enjoy it to the fullest because we are blessed to be even here.
Do you ever look back and have any regrets? You say, when I was in my 20s or my 30s.
There would be there, but I don't regret. You know, I don't take it as a regret. To me, I take it as like you are on a journey and you fall into bumps, and you know, it helps you to pick up yourself and do the right thing, not to go to the same, or help another person not to do the same. So I don't call it regretting.
Good.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that. Well, we have to, unfortunately, we're out of time.
I miss you.
But there's
I'll
this
miss you.
one last song from Whitney Houston that you requested, On
Yes.
My Own. Why this song?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Do you have a special relationship with this particular song, or you just like the message?
I like the message, and to be honest with you, I don't know the lyrics, all of it, but there are some lines which I really got when she's singing, and they helped me get off my seat and do something different.
Wow.
You know, she lifted me up.
Wow.
I said, just do it on your own. You don't have to look around. Like getting on acting, people were, they took it like it was weird. How? At that age? I mean, how? They used to, my husband went through hell because they would say, oh, how can you let her do like that? Because they think we are in this, you have it all. But then what is she looking for? But I was there. I'm acting for non-violence. I'm helping people who are being abused. And another thing, we watch films. There are aged people, aged more than me, and I'm to stay acting forever.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Have you heard
They
that?
need me. I mean,
We need your talent.
I have no competition. Like, it's less because we are few, and I encourage other people. The golden age. Please come on board. Don't let our kids play without putting gray hair in their thing. Let it shine. Let's be there. Yeah.
Well, thank you again. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. It was a pleasure hosting you.
Thank you so much for the time.
So here is your last song with E. Houston's On My Own. Have a lovely weekend, and we're looking forward to that project you talked about.